Hello, welcome to a special Christmas version of 1 Hour Speed Sculpts Live. I am Dominic, frankly Christmas out, Critelli, and I will be your resident in-house sculptor for today. So I've already got my random shape generated, and that's it. Goodbye. No, so let me just get this set up here, and we'll get started. I hope everybody's having a good Christmas. I had a good Christmas. Spending it at home with the wife, so that's pleasant. I'm going to start by just adding some stuff to this random shape I have here. There's some holes in the shape that I don't want. When I go to sculpt, I just know it's gonna cause problems, so I'm just gonna add to it. If you've never watched one of these, if you've never watched me do one of these before, it's a soft hour. There's nothing at stake. I'm not gonna win any money. Unless maybe I do. That'd be nice, but it's really just to learn, have fun, be entertaining. That's really the goal. So there are no rules, so don't give me any guff about adding shapes to a random shape is cheating. It's not cheating. There is no cheating. As always, I have no plan. I'm just making this up as I go. Usually it turns out to be something interesting, so we'll see. I like to kind of let happy accidents happen as they will. I find that I usually get better results when I do it that way, versus having some kind of predetermined plan. It's usually better for me this way. Alright, let's see what we can do with this. The only thing I've got pre-planned is that it's going to be some kind of creature. I know I said there was no plan before. It could be a human if I felt like it, but usually I go creature. That's my preference. That's my wheelhouse, so to speak. I know there's not a lot of people watching live, but if you watch this after the fact and you'd like to ask a question or make a comment or anything, please go ahead and comment underneath the video. I'll try to keep track of it, and I'll try to respond to whatever I can that's worth responding to. If you're just going to be a jerk, then don't bother. Focusing on big shapes right now and smoothing out the edges of the generated shape. Usually I'm creating some sort of horrifying demon or monster or whatever, much to my wife's displeasure. What if we give him antlers? It's that time of year, right? It's kind of Christmassy theme, so let's give him, and he's got sort of a start to it already, so let's give him some kind of antler-esque horns. He's still gonna be a horrifying creature of the underworld, of course, but he can also be festive while he's at it. A festive demon of the underworld. I mean, Satan was an angel at one time, and Christmas has a lot of angel imagery, so I suppose it makes sense. Yeah, that's antlery, antler-esque, antlerish. What I'd like to know, and if anyone is gonna comment, please tell me how the hell I get rid of these things without just deleting from the mesh, because they are bothersome. See, now I've just messed it up. So. I guess that works. Maybe I was just selecting too much of the too many vertices. Yeah, well there you go. Question answered. Just select a single vertice at the edge and then you can smooth it out. Alright, what are we going to add here? Some kind of texture here on his head. Maybe we give him like a snout, kinda. Again, a little bit like a reindeer. This was not planned, I just decided to go this route. Which is kind of supposed to be the charm of random shape speed sculpts live. Is that it could just be anything. Yes, it happened to be season appropriate, but that's just what's on my mind, so. Get off my freaking case. And there's still plenty of time. We're only 9 minutes into the hour, so it could still be anything. I don't want him to be too animal-like, but I do want his face to be kind of reminiscent of an animal, if that makes sense. So I'm still just working on big shapes. I'm trying, although I'm not very good about this, I often just get bogged down in details, but I'm trying to stay out of the details right now. I'm trying to just add big shapes. Plenty of time for details later. I'm just adding an indication of those details. I don't want to get too bogged down in the teeth just yet, but I do want to have an idea of where they're going to be. And how it's going to look. I want them to be outside the face. I don't want them to be in the gums or anything like that. That's cool. I'm digging that. 15 minutes in, not too bad. Let's make him less. I don't want him to have an animal body. I want him to have a humanoid body. So let's pull this out. Try to shape it more like a person and less like a actual deer. I just want it to have design elements from a reindeer, not be a reindeer with horrible teeth. His neck's a little big, so I want to take it down a little bit. There we go. I think we're getting there. Alright, 20 minutes in and we got ourselves the makings of a creature here. Just gonna continue shaping his head and the big shapes. Trying to make sure it reads and it makes sense and it's cool all at the same time. I think his neck is still a tiny bit beefy. Again, bringing in those animal elements without trying to make him just look like a reindeer with gross teeth. So I'm giving him a deer-like neck here. Not bad, not bad. Just messing around with the viewport material, see if I can make it look any better, but I think this is about as good as we're gonna get. As far as I'm concerned anyway. I'm sure other people have opinions on the matter. Everyone's got an opinion about everything. So I just want to add some details here to this, to the horns, make them a little less just rounded. Honestly, it's probably a mistake, but I'm not really thinking about what I'm doing as far as texture. I just want to rough it up so it's not as flat. If I wanted to be smart about it, I would take the time to go Google some reference and try to come up with a believable and realistic texture to put on here. But I'm not smart, so I'm just gonna do this instead. I'm just gonna draw some random shapes, smooth it out. I do know I want it to have kind of a rippled, corrugated kind of look to it. Kind of gonna add a base that it's coming out of for a few of them. Since you asked, the main brushes that I use for this, I just use the same like 5 brushes over and over again. I start off with the basic clay brush for big forms. It's really good at just building up very quickly. I use the move brush a lot, which is the grab brush in Blender. That allows you to just grab big hunks at a time and move them around just like clay. And to pull things out, I use the snake hook tool, which is a little bit like the grab tool, but it's just more aggressive. It moves a lot more geometry each time you use it than the grab tool does. And then to just cut in to create those like sharp lines, I'll use the sharp draw brush, create a indentation, kind of smooth stuff out. If I need it to be closer together, I'll use the pinch and pinch edges, and it kind of sharpens. That draw sharp works a lot better on higher geometry. It doesn't work super well on low geometry, but gets the job done. Alright. And those are the main brushes that I use. Sometimes I use scrape to flatten planes out, but on the whole I use the draw sharp, clay, and grab. I think I'm getting to a point where I may have to res him up a little bit to start adding finer detail. I like where the big shapes are. I just gonna start probably adding finer levels of detail to everything. That's generally the process of how I work. I'm by no means a workflow expert, but I find it wise to start with big shapes, work down to smaller shapes. That oftentimes goes straight out the window though, and I get bogged down in unnecessary detail before the whole thing is really worked out. But hey, like I say, this is for fun. There's not really anything at stake. So whatever I want to do is fair game. I'm liking it. What are we at, 30 minutes? Alright. I'm going to save this guy out. Excuse me, save this guy out. Call him Demon Reindeer. I spell reindeer. Don't worry about it. I'm definitely not Googling how to spell reindeer. Alright. So we're saved, so if a crash happens, we're good. I'm gonna Shift R. Oh no, it doesn't work with Dyn Topo on. Shift R. And then I'm gonna increase the detail of the overall mesh with the visual remesher, and then Command R to commit. Hopefully I didn't go too crazy. We're at 358,000. Alright, good. We only went up to 800,000, which is fine. I don't know if that's enough for fine detail, but we can start coming back in here, adding more shapes, more texture on top of this guy. Just kind of shaping this nose to be more sleek, more like a bone protrusion. Alright, let's see what we can do with these teeth here. Just kind of following the shapes that are already there. Maybe it's not totally accurate, but as long as it looks cool, that's all I really care about. I don't design anything for games or movies or anything quite as cool or lucrative as that. So I don't really have to worry about functionality. I just want it to look neat. And hopefully I'm doing that. You can let me know in the comments if I'm doing that or not, and I'm sure you will. See, this is where the no plan is kind of falling apart, because now his teeth are weird and not really making a lot of sense. Like, I've got this hole here, and then that just leaves nothing for the teeth to attach to. And where do the teeth end? Where does his jaw begin? I don't know, but we'll just throw something in there and see how it looks. Alright, so his jaw ends kinda, this is the last tooth here, so, and this is his jaw, so I want to do something to differentiate those things. So I'm going to pull this out just so that it's obvious it's not an extra teeth that I just abandoned. I want it to actually look like more bone protrusions like that. And this is where I'm running into problems too, because I didn't upraise it enough. These really close in details are hard to put in unless it's very high res. which we are definitely not at this point. I think I want to shorten this. I think it's too long. Add some more details in here. What do we got? 40 minutes. Plenty of time, plenty of time. If you focus on just a specific part of the creature, you can get pretty far in an hour. You should be able to anyway. Alright, let's add some more bumpies here where I was hoping to make it kind of like the protrusions you see on a deer or reindeer or whatever. I haven't spent a lot of time on his body, so let's see what we can do with this here. Not looking too shabby. Back on the body. See what happens? I get distracted. Just reshaping, because that clay build-up tool is really nice, but tends to add a lot of volume. So you gotta sometimes go back in and mush it down, because you will end up with a massive bodied creature. Which sometimes is fine, but if that's not what you're meaning to do, then it's a bit of a problem. Although I'm random, I try to not be unintentional. I let things happen randomly, and then I go back over with intention and try to resolve them and make them make sense. 48 minutes. I really like how he was turning out here. I think he needs some eyeballs. I don't want him to have nothing. How can he see his little Christmas presents if he has nothing? I would say there's a strong to almost guaranteed chance I'm going to give him glowy ball eyes. I know a lot of people think that's hacky and overdone, but guess what? It's Christmas, and I don't care. And even if it wasn't Christmas, I would probably do it anyway because I love glowy eyes. In fact, I love glowy eyes so much, we might as well just give it to him now because I know I'm going to do it. If something's inevitable, don't deny it. Just go with it. In Eevee, you have to turn on a few things for the glow to work. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, alright. Let's add a backlight. I'm into that. I think you could still have some more details, but not much to say about this part. It's really just going over everything, trying to add cool details that make sense. And that's really it. I'm trying to res it up as I go. Especially once you get down into the eyeball and you start trying to add details in here. It's really, really difficult if it's not subdivided enough. There's just not enough material there to do anything with. So it gets real pixelated like you're seeing right there. I'm not sure I like where these eyes are going. Makes a little more sense, I think. Alright, there we go. I think that's our creature, our 1 hour random shaped creature sculpt. Let's see if I can do anything with his skin here real quick. Alright, maybe a little brighter. Cool. So all I did was add a noise node to the roughness. It adds just a little bit of texture to the skin, breaks up the shininess, but doesn't fully take it away, which is cool. Yeah. I think that's gonna be it. I think it's a overall successful design for an hour. We're just over an hour at 6 minutes. So I just want to say thank you. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for watching this after the fact. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you get something out of it. If you did, please smash that like button. Huh? Am I doing the YouTube thing right or what? So that's it. Have a happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year's, and all that fun stuff. I may be back on. I don't know. We'll see. This is informal. That's it. Thanks for joining me. Take care. See you next time.